number something.
Number 14.
Thank you.
14. And our top 6 consists of only 6. Oh, just 6 of New York's finest players. And first, we have the winner's side of things. In winners finals, we have Venia versus Jen. Winner of this one move on to Grands. The other will be in the losers finals, awaiting any of the 4 men that they always face at the Xeno Weeklies, because it is all filled with New York. The invasion begins, and it starts here with these two. The best Greninja against probably the best Palu in
I don't think
New
he's
York.
the best Venia.
Yeah,
you know, there might be another one out there.
There might be someone out there, man.
There's another poser out there, but you know him, you love him. One of the most charismatic guys in the Smash community, for sure. You always see his antics over here on the Fusion stream. Going up against Jen, one of the forefront Palutena players, for sure. And Palutena versus Greninja, it's a matchup that we see relatively often. It's a matchup that, you know, still, in my honest opinion, has the potential to evolve. Palutena can create, like, her little zone, do her thing, utilize her invincible hitboxes like she can in any other matchup. But Greninja, he's got some stuff to abuse in this matchup. He's got his mobility. He's got the fact that he can low profile a lot of attacks. Like, Palutena in this matchup definitely cannot spam Nair willy-nilly. You know, if Greninja's, with his quick ground movement, with his low profile, you should be able to run under those. And if you're not careful, this guy can up-tilt you for it and then just get you inside the, what I like to call the tadpole pond.
Right.
Which is essentially the Greninja mix. So.
Well, with Venia, you never know what kind of mix you're going to get. You're going to get all sorts of things happening in your eyes. In this case, we have Venia at disadvantage, sitting at 131%, and these two players have played each other since, dude, since even before I became...
Since the Stone Age.
Yeah, since the Stone Age, even before I existed.
These guys, you know, little babies in the cave, riding on the walls,
Yeah.
being like neutral air, like these, like with their little art and everything. That's how long these guys have been playing.
Bro, these guys know each other in and out. And right now, Jen, with the advantage, already has this man off stage. Not a position you usually see Venia at when he's the one off stage most of the time. But right now, you see both these players just trading back and forth every single time. Right now, Venia just trying to maintain center stage, but an up throw will not seal the stock. But at 161%, one can only imagine what Jen is preparing for.
Yeah, another one would definitely do it. If he gets a grab and he's not in enough range for the back throw, which at this time he definitely is by the right side of the stage. I was going to say, if he got another grab like center stage or something, we probably would have seen another up throw. He has, you know, considered starting to use that a little more often ever since Palutena's, there we go. Ever since Palutena's nerfs, if you would, in which, you know, pretty much after 50, she doesn't have as easy follow-ups out of down throw, you know? So some Palutenas have considered starting to use up throw a little bit earlier just to get them a disadvantage. So they can just chase them out of it, like try to read an air dodge or something with an up air. I don't know if we're really going to see the Palutena start to do that yet. I mean, Palutena, she's still got mix off of the down throws, but Venia, evening this out real quick, going to the 0 stocks apiece, but getting caught in a neutral air. 2 affair for his pleasure right here. And another one, keeping that ledge pressure on and going for broke with the down air right there. Nothing doing. But still, almost cost his whole stock. Yeah,
there's anyone who can compete with Venia for terms of edge guarding, for terms of, you know, good offstage game, is this man right here. Jen is no joke. One of the best to do it here. And always gives, I don't know what their set count is, but I know they go back and forth every single time. And I think the last person to get the last laugh was Venia. But Jen, showing no signs of stopping. He's definitely putting in that work right now and putting on one hell of a show as he has this man at the corner. Back air will not seal the stock yet.
Yes, much like the snow in the wintertime, shows absolutely no sign of stopping is Venia. You talked about, you know, like how this guy plays and when he's the one who's... You said that Venia... Oh!
Jesus.
Not normally the one in disadvantage state. I was going to say this guy doesn't play like he's normally in one. But that down air, going to do it right there. And now he's definitely sitting in a disadvantageous state right now. Already 35% tacked on. This is how my man likes to force his advantage state, as Jen is doing just so immaculately. And now he's still got him by the ledge, trying to keep the pressure. Really good decision by Venia to just stay grounded right there, knowing that, guessing that Jen was going to jump up for a back air read instead. And now neutral is reset once again. He's got Jen over in the corner, waited patiently for an air dodge, but nothing doing on him. Jen wants to stay on top. He wants to stay in advantage state. He's not going to press any buttons, whether it's an offensive or a defensive one, where it's going to put him back into the Greninja mix and get him hit by a forward air. Anytime he does it, it's going to absolutely be by accident. You're going to see this guy start to up B a little more towards center stage if he's the one who's off the level. You're going to see this guy press less buttons once he actually gets hit by Greninja, because he knows that that's exactly what he wants, and that Jen is at the percent where nothing is really going to be true anymore off of a down tilt or a dash attack.
Yeah, but right now, Venia has to play at his best because he only has this man sitting at high percent as the fair is going to seal the stock, and that is exactly how he has to start playing. He has to play a little bit more aggressive if he wants to continue bringing this back, because every time he tries to go for those little reads, like we saw before with the down throw, waiting for that air dodge that didn't happen, Jen is just also one step ahead of Venia. He says, I've been playing you for so long, I already know exactly what you want to do. I've just studied you already. And in this case, you see Venia bringing it back slowly but surely, but all it takes is one good conversion, one grab will also seal the stock, and a down tilt. Yes, sir, that will seal the stock, as well as Jen fought hard, takes game one. Venia can definitely bring this back. We saw how he was starting to get back in the game, but you know, a little too late for that. Jen up 1-0.
Yeah, man, you know, as much of goons as these guys are and how they tend to act, they're nerds at heart because they study.
Yeah.
They study each other because they want them W's. They want those dubs. That's how they're in. That's how they're out here. They got to be doing that. Speaking of studying, definitely studying stage picks right here. Final destination is the pick for Venia. Smart choice. He'll land easier here, and he'll still be able to get his Greninja mix here, because the thing with Greninja, excuse me, the thing with Greninja is that he does not necessarily need platforms to be able to do big damage. He's got the drag down up airs into the jab blocks, which he can reset into a down tilt or a dash attack, which then resets into more up airs and forward airs for Greninja. You know the drill. You've all been to the tadpole pond before. You've all seen it. You all love it. But my point being, doesn't matter what stage it is, FD platforms, I mean no platforms or Battlefield platforms, Smashville platforms, doesn't matter. This character can mix you if you're not careful.
Yeah, right now you see Venia fighting back, but yeah, something we got to keep in mind is how Jen is going to be able to get in, because the moment that Greninja's mobility is one of the fastest in the game. He also has water shurikens. He has so many tools to keep Palutena away from him and not allow him to get anywhere near him. But in this case, you see Venia playing too much at the ledge, trying to wait for Jen to go for an unsafe option, and not paying dividends for him. As he has his man off stage, water shuriken, nothing going to convert. And good awareness from Jen. If there's anything that this man has been clutching out, is making sure that Venia has no time or no options to do anything to him when he is at the corner.
I like these wake-up forward airs coming out from Jen. He's doing a lot of them right down by the ledge, and he probably noticed that he might have done too many of them right there, so he decided to not go for it that time to try to mix up Venia. But Venia, knowing that conditioning was already ahead of time, read that option from away and was able to get the kill because of it, and now he is up an entire stock here on this Game 2 of Winners Finals. Dash attack, not going to do it just yet, just barely going up to the top and kissing the blast zone.
Yeah, one thing I'm liking a lot from Jen is that he is not he's not hesitating with his recovery. That Hydro Pump, he understands that Hydro Pump can gimp him at any single moment, and he understands the timing of when Venia is going to throw out that Hydro Pump too. So good stuff right there from Jen. Knowing exactly how to get back on stage and just pressuring Venia into doing something unsafe to potentially get punished, as he sits at 164% up throw. Yes.
Yeah, not going to do it yet, though.
Wow.
Not at that percent, my friend. It's not the intended kill throw. The intended kill throw is back throw, and back air is the intended kill move. There we go. I want to point out one situation we saw over by the left ledge earlier when he had him in the corner. When you're the one who's down in stocks, you're the one who's got to press a button, whatever, that whole shebang. But he just waited for Venia to do a neutral get up off the stage, stood there with his back to Venia, and then tried to do an instant dash attack to cover him. He's making him, Venia in the lead right now is making Jen do some sort of wonky options to be able to try and get these kills. You know what I mean? He's forcing him to really look for it, if that makes any sense to you. Yeah. Which is, when you're the one who's down and those options start to not work, it's a hard thing, because then the meter just starts to tack on. You start to take on more and more damage when you're the one who's already down. And that, if you're a lower level player, that can have, not that these guys are, you know, I'm just making an analogy. Yeah. But if you're a lower level player, that can affect your mental state. These high level players, they know that a game of Smash Brothers can turn around like that, in the blink of an eye, like it did right there with that, was that a back throw?
That was fair, actually.
That was fair, actually. In fact, that's the opposite of a back throw.
Yeah.
that's like the polar opposite of a back throw. It's not even a throw, and it's an attack in the other direction.
Oh, and the jab lock. Wow. Yes, sir. Venia putting all that work, and you're seeing a different Venia in this game, too. You see the download. You see the adaptation of Jen's gameplay coming into Venia's mindset already. He already knows exactly what Jen is going to do whenever he gets the chance to do so. This is his counter pick stage, so it does benefit him in a way. But at the same time, Jen, he can't allow these little mistakes to start getting into his head.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, like these high-level players, they're not going to be doing that. They don't get tilted as easily. If they did, they wouldn't make it as far in these brackets as they do.
Yeah.
There you go, waiting patiently for the back air. Nothing doing. Good air dodge by Venia. Now he's got that reversal situation with the pivot down tilt into the forward air. Beautiful stuff with that back air. Not going to do it just yet, actually.
Yeah,
air dodging upwards and down, actually jumping upwards, I should say.
Didn't hit the sweet spot there, but it did set up for potential edge guard, which did not happen. And right now, the last hit of Nair is going to save Jen from getting punished right there as Venia sits at a high percent, but oh man, just playing at the corner is Venia, and good stuff right there to Jen, bringing this back to a one-stock game as he tried to utilize that Nair, but the invincibility was still intact for Venia.
And here we go, this is the neutral. Palutena can bring back games from the depths of hell like we've seen, but not if she gets forward air. It's still living. Off the level, here we go, and then finding his way out of the corner. There's one throw into the forward air, barely able to get that. There was a lot of rage on Palutena right there, so that means a little more increased knockback, barely on the down throw right there. Forward air from the other side, downtown, not going to do it. Still off the ledge, tossing out every single water shuriken. Oh, man, and the neutral could just be so scary for Jen right now, man. He's got to watch his committal options. He's got invincible aerials, he's got invincible dash attacks, but doesn't matter any amount of invincibility you have on your aerials or dash attacks, whatever it is. If you whiff it, you're going to get punished. Right. You're going to get back aired. You're going to die against one of the most mobile characters in this game. That is Venia, staying alive, putting himself back on the board here in Winners Finals, 1 game apiece. Frogger in full force. When Frogger was added to the game, what would they make different about him in comparison to Greninja? If they put Frogger in the game, would they model it off of the one Frogger RPG that exists? It is a game, by the way. It's called Frogger's Journey. It's for the Game Boy Advance. I love it.
I mean, he wouldn't be a water type.
He's not a Pokemon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
I don't know. I'm just saying, would they model it off of the RPGs? Who knows? Only one RPG character on screen right now, technically, in the Frog right now. Venia taking 42% off of that neutral air strings, down by the ledge. We're here on Smashville. Yeah. And I got to ask, Milagros, why did you just take a shot in the dark right here? Why do you think Jen decided to go here?
Honestly, man, it goes beyond me, but it's also the fact that, you know, it gives Venia less space to run around. You see Venia in Game 2, he was spacing so well with his aerial attacks, with the water shurikens. He was just baiting Jen to do anything unsafe and just get in his face. In this case, Venia, not that much space to move. This is still a very good stage for Venia nonetheless. But one thing to keep in mind is how the spacing is going to play a factor for both these players, because none of them want to get in, but they don't want to give their opponent enough space to move around either.
It's a very astute observation, my friend. What do you do against one of the most mobile characters in this game? Say, take away their space.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to go here. Now you got all this little space to be able to run around against my giant Nair hitboxes. I hope you run into one of these.
It still benefits both Palutena as well. I mean, she loves to play a little spacey, of course, with because she has the explosive flame and the auto record that has a little bit of end lag. But you haven't been seeing Jen use those tools
He was able to roll out of that?
He rolls out of it. Yes, he did. He did the tech.
But he did the tech. Explain the tech.
You don't know the tech?
What's the tech?
Just if you're getting rapid jab, just hold shield, and I think it's press B or press B, and then
to increase the shield DI.
So
out of the corner like that, still.
Yes,
that looks really tight.
Still real tight, but Jen just one step ahead of Venia and taking away any advantage that Venia had at the moment to bring this back to a 2-stock game. And right now, good read right there, getting the read with the roll, and now brought this back to an even percent game.
Even percent game, less space to be able to do it, rolling around. Ooh, I like the reverse neutral air right there. He did the reverse neutral air specifically so he would have been able to get back air out of it instead. Back air does, I believe, come out a little bit faster than Greninja's forward air. So he wanted a true conversion right there, which is why he decided to reverse aerial rush that neutral air into the back air. Very smart stuff.
Yeah, right now both players just having a hard time trying to get that kill confirmed, as they both say that over 100% as the backer will put Venia once again at disadvantage. Oh! And catching the shadow sneak before he caught the ledge. Good stuff right there from Jen, just being aware of what Venia was going to throw out at the right time.
Dude, it's like so good. He wasn't just aware of what he was going to do. He knew that worst comes to worst, he missed that right there. He's going to put out the aerial that has invincibility. You know what I'm saying? Because if he whiffed that on the shadow sneak, it would have clanked, right?
Right.
Would have just traded around, or at the very least, it would have whiffed and gone through. And he knew that there was way less risk to do something like that. Then there there was from doing forward air instead, but I'm not even going to use either of those aerials. Down to the depths we go. I may be a goddess, but I'll send you straight to hell, boy. Holy shit. What?
Bringing him
wow.
to what seemed to be
that
was such a risky option coming out from Jen, but man, did he time that to perfection.
Yeah.
He just exploited this man for all his sins. Exploiting him, man.
Don't worship the dark. We out here with the light.